Hey, Selwyn. Thanks for your video. I understand what you're saying, and I understand the implications of parent-child lists and what you're suggesting. Um, but my list three, and now I've added a list four. My my list three is not in a parent-child relationship. Um, it does have delay render till visible on. But it does not have a parent list, and list 4 doesn't have a parent list. And what I'm suggesting is list 3 and list 4 Ajax callbacks are firing when list 2 when the list 2 panel card comes into view. And that has in my particular case, serious repercussions for where that data is actually coming from. So let me run this again, and go to console. Okay, so here's list one. Now list three and list four are not child lists, so they shouldn't fire, I think, until they come into view. Um, Now I know that you said that they don't get populated, but should the Ajax callbacks be firing? And is that what you're talking about for preventing them from firing? Um, I'm just going to go back and make sure my list three has delay render till visible on. It does, yeah. Um, so if I come back here, now I bring that list two into view, and I've got three callbacks going on. So there's list number two, there's list number three, and there's list number four. So should those be firing, even though they aren't in view? So that's what I'm saying. Uh, and furthermore, it's 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 not a terrible thing that, let's say, list three fires because well, you know, it goes and gets a bunch of data. That's fine. So that's not great. Um, However, it doesn't really hurt the UX in a sense. However, uh, for um, for list number four, if we go and look at list number four, list layout. Oops, sorry, no, not list number four. If we go look at list number three, list layout, you can see that I'm going after the data from an Amazon cloud. So in doing this, with list 3 firing automatically, or at least the Ajax callback firing automatically, what happens is I've got, let's say, 100 network calls going out for every record. And that's just a small set of the actual data. Well, in my production stuff, I've got like 1,000 records, so it's going out to get 1,000 records because it's firing. Now, again, in my case, um, I I can stop it just by turning off delay render till visible and turning on delay render till explicit refresh. That stops the Ajax callback from happening at all, and does not produce these calls out to the Amazon network. So does that make any more sense? Um, I'm hoping I'm explaining it somewhat clearly, but this stuff is tough. It took me a long time to wrap my head around what it was doing. But I think you can see that even though list 3 and list 4 are not child lists, their AJAX callbacks are indeed firing if you've got delay rendered till visible on. And I can prevent that just by turning them off. I can go back here. I can do that. So I've done that for list 3, and now I'm going to do it for list 4. Turn that on. Save it. I'm going to re-render the page. So here we are, and here we're going into page number 2. We get our second list callback, list number 2 callback, but the other 2 callbacks do not happen. And in doing this, when I'm dealing with my production stuff and I'm going after 1,000 records, well, I'm not really going after 1,000 records in my list, my production list. That production list just wants to get fired, and it's based on some parameters, so some arguments, so it'll never grab 1,000 records. But because it was firing when list 2 came into view, then it was really gumming up the browser quite a bit. It was getting non-responsive stuff. So I hope that helps. Let me know if you need some more stuff.